Bonnie's body had more bullet holes than Clyde's. Any one of these bullets would have been fatal to both. But after having killed 14 people, most of whom were officers of the law, and having come safely through so many gun battles, it did not seem advisable to fire just one bullet.
I know you gonna dig this.
Get funky with me.
What's going on, everybody? Look at this big truck behind me. That gives tours of the Bonnie and Clyde sites all around this little town. I'm going to take you inside Ma Canfield's Cafe, where Bonnie and Clyde had their final meal. He got a fried bologna sandwich. She got a BLT. Then they drove that away right into a death trap. Right in there. Right down there. But I'm going to take you in there and show you all the memorabilia they have in the Ambush Museum. They've stayed open late for me. That was so nice of them. I can't wait to walk around. I'm going to be by myself. Just experience it. And yeah, I'm really excited. Bonnie and Clyde, everybody knows Bonnie and Clyde. Everybody knows their story. I've been learning it more and more as I've been doing YouTube because I get asked to do stuff about them all the time. But everybody knows the basic story of Bonnie and Clyde. They're robbers, bank robbers, kidnappers, murderers, bad people, and right up this street is where it came to an end. But for now, I'm really excited. For now, let's go inside the museum. Okay. Oh, and then I'm gonna show you something around the corner that's really cool. Okay. And so who am I looking at here?
That's Ted Hinton. He was one of the posse members. He was this man right here, and this gentleman right here in his older age. His son Boots worked here for 12 years.
Oh, so this is what he was actually wearing that day?
No,
it's close.
The boots might have been. He was wearing.
But this payphone is the actual payphone.
That was the actual payphone.
Where they made the phone call.
To call back to Texas to tell them they had killed Bonnie and Clyde.
Wow.
You will see it here.
Don't miss it. Take your time.
Thank you.
There is quite a bit to see.
So here I am inside the Bonnie and Clyde Museum, the Ambush Museum. This is really cool. This is overwhelming to see. There's a lot of stuff here. I'm gonna show you what I can. And then we're gonna go out to the road where it actually happened. And now, may I say, this is the cafe. Right now, I'm in the cafe where they had their last meal, Bonnie and Clyde, right here. And it's now a museum. So I got a few other things. They've got Dillinger's death mask. There's a few of these around. And there they are. There's a lot of crime memorabilia having not to do just with Bonnie and Clyde, because not too long after Dillinger was killed, Babyface Nelson was killed. There's another one that was killed not too long after. Machine Gun Kelly, maybe? Machine Gun Kelly. Well, his career was killed not too long ago by Eminem. Okay, I hope you're not too freaked out by death photos. No, I don't include these, but this is interesting. This is Clyde and Bonnie after they were shot multiple times. And you're looking at pictures of the crowd that formed. I'm gonna take you to that street, like I said, and hundreds of people. This little town swelled from 2,000 to 12,000 people overnight. People coming to try to get souvenirs. They were trying to cut off Clyde's trigger finger. They cut off part of Bonnie's hair, which I think is here. And somebody's trying to cut off his ear. They took parts of their clothes, everything. And they towed the car away with the bodies in it still. And you see the crowd in the background right there. Excuse me, right there. That's nuts. There's Clyde there. More shots of the car. Wow. Yeah, so there's some creepy pictures right there. Now, I think, oh boy, wow, this is really cool. Okay, there's a lot of stuff to take in here, a lot of stuff to see. This is a really cool museum. It's run by a family, they live here. I highly recommend coming to this ambush museum. And I want to say that it's in Gibsland, Louisiana, which is just a little east of Shreveport. And I look at close-up pictures of the car and how many bullet holes. Now, I believe the six-man posse that came after them shot first with automatic rifles, then with their pistols, then with rifles, and they unloaded all of their, they weren't taking any chances. They unloaded all of their ammunition on them, and they didn't stop. How you doing? Now, this is what their grave sites are in Dallas for Bonnie and Clyde, and they're buried separately. Now, they wanted to be buried together, but Bonnie Parker's mother was having none of that. Over 20,000 people showed up to Bonnie's funeral. And Clyde had a sunset funeral, so he's buried with his brother on one side of Dallas, and she's buried on the other. So they are not buried together. Like I said, those are replicas, not their actual grave stones. This is a brick from the farmhouse where they spent their last night. Interesting. And there's the owner that was just the owner of this ambush museum. There he is collecting some stuff. There's Clyde's funeral. It says hundreds attend the funeral of Bonnie Parker. I heard 20,000. So she was originally buried at Fish Trap Cemetery, and then she was moved to Crown Hill in 1945. Now here we go. Look at this, these actual guns and things like that. Well, not things like that, actual guns. This Remington shotgun was taken from the car, the death car. Their car was loaded up with weapons. Oh, Clyde's sunglasses. This is a replica, this one. That's what the ammunition would look like. There's more pictures of them after death. But yeah, this one here is the actual one. Wow. Or is it this one? Well, anyone who knows Remington shotguns, please write down below which one it is. This one looks a little longer. That's what she said. So I don't know which one it is. Good morning, Clyde. Good afternoon, Bonnie. My goodness. Wow. There are bad days, and then there are bad days. I'm being a little callous, but I mean, they killed innocent people and police officers. Wow, there's the bodies being taken from the car. There's the car at the side of the road. That's Bonnie in the back seat. Now this is a replica of the car. This is not the actual car. I have a video of me at the car location. Bonnie and Clyde car is in at Whiskey Pete's in Prim, Nevada. And I've been there, and it's pretty cool to see that. And Clyde's death shirt is there too. Oh my goodness gracious me. Are you kidding me? Wow. Is that the shirt she was wearing? So here's some upholstery from the death car, glass from the windows from the death car, Clyde's socks, buttons from Bonnie's dress, Bonnie's slip, and a lock of her hair. Say what? That's Bonnie's hair. And this car, while it looks like the actual death car, and they've got a couple of Muppets inside. Oh, it's Bonnie and Clyde. This is where it looks like they died. I'm gonna let this slide. Why am I rapping? And I can't even rap. This car traveled the country for over 40 years, claiming to be the death car. It was built in 1939 afterwards. So this was on display everywhere, and people would think coming to see the death car went to fairs, festivals, all that sort of thing. But it is not the actual one. Like I said, that is in Prim, Nevada. Link below to that video. Someone's gonna have a headache. Well, hello. Hi. Aww. You're friendly. Please tell me your name is Bonnie. Please say your name is Bonnie. Well, if you do say your name, if you actually speak, then I'm kidnapping you because you'll be worth a lot of money. Aww. Yeah, sweetie. I got places to be, though. Whatever. You too. So, yeah, let's go back into this room here. I want to show you. That is replicas of what they were wearing that day. Because, like I said, Clyde's death shirt is actually in Prim, Nevada. But this is a replica of the jacket he was wearing. Very cool. Oh, you again. What's up, boo? And more death photos. It's very bizarre how many death photos there are in this place and everywhere. And, I mean, I would like to see something like that, but, well, there you go. Censored photo. Is it, though? She got legs. She knows how to use them. Transylvania 65000. View coroner's report. Oh, the coroner's report. They done dead. That's all it says. They done died. What else can you say in the coroner's report after? There's like 17 fatal wounds, I believe, in Clyde, and I think 25 in Bonnie, something like that. I mean, he took many, many shots to the face. They had trouble embalming them because of how brutalized their bodies were. How shot up. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, before I forget, before I leave here, this was the rifle, the shotgun. This one, not the top one that I said. It's that one. And if I just stroll on behind, thank you. Now here is Bonnie's fur coat. She's wearing it in that picture, and here it is here. Very nice. Looks eerily familiar to my Shih Tzu coat I have. I have a coat made of Shih Tzu fur, and it's very, very similar. It's not Movember. Yeah, there's a lot to see here. This is really cool. So there's the bullet riddle shirt, and I've seen that in person, and it's really cool. All right. Wow. And Buck Barrow just prior to being shot in the head in a gunfight at Dexfield Park, Iowa. Now, I believe that's where I was at night. And I did a video from there. I'll put a link below to that video as well. I'm almost positive it was Dexfield, Iowa that I was at. It's really hard for me to remember now. That was a while. That was about a year ago I did that video. Strong box from the death car. Items taken from the death car. Glass from Bonnie and Clyde death car. From the seat of Bonnie and Clyde's death car. And more glass down there. From the seat of the death car there.
Yeah, come see us. We're here every day from 9 to 5 in Gibsland, Louisiana. This is where it all ended.
And you even stayed open a little later for me.
Oh,
And
yeah.
That was really nice.
Yep, I stay open. I'm here every day.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Very, very cool. Now I'm walking around the corner right now, and I'm going to show you where that payphone, where they made the phone call, used to be. Oh god! Oh, gee. I saw my reflection in this little thing, and I got scared. So where the payphone used to be is somewhere around here. It said the gas station with the pumps out front, and I see a gas station with pumps out front, but I thought it was right on this side of the street. I guess I'm wrong again, but I believe. Well, let's look together. Let's find out together. Not a whole lot going on in this town. It's pretty quiet. I like it though. That's what I like. Okay, so you see, it's so quiet out here. My goodness. Now, is this the historic site? Historic site. This is it. From the payphone where you are staying, Texas Ranger Frank Hamer, excuse me, called Colonel Lee Simmons and said, the job is done. Bonnie and Clyde are dead. The bodies will be in Arcadia, but none of the officers were injured, and it's over. Little did the officers realize the real story will live forever. Owned by James Durham. So it still stands, the building. It's had some modern upgrades, of course, but have now degraded. But the payphone used to be right there. That's awesome. Wow. All right, now I'm gonna make the drive quickly before I lose light, and I'm gonna show you where the ambush site was and where Bonnie and Clyde met their demise. So, as always when it comes to Bonnie and Clyde, I end up at the places at dusk. Because the last video I did was at dusk as well. Let's get a shot of the signs first. Now, Bonnie and Clyde would have been coming from that direction, I believe. Let's just make sure. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. But from what I know, obviously, that's the way that towards the cafe where they're driving from. So it's set up right here. The ambush was set up right on either side of me. Because those monuments are telling me that. Right here. Now, this one's been here a long time. And as you can see, people chip away at it, they shoot at it, and they leave pennies. And it says, this site, May 23rd, and that was 1934, Clyde Barrow and Bonnie Parker were killed by enforcement officers. Erected by Bienville Parish Police Jury? Something like that. So a lot of people come out and sign it. So if you want to come and sign it, like Ricky and Yessie, or Becky, or Bonnie. Oh, that's ironic. I think she may have just put that. Oh, somebody really loves Bonnie. There you go. Merry Christmas, 2019. So I guess they must sandblast it every now and again and clean it up. Yeah, they write all in the back too. Oh, somebody's YouTube name. Oh. Speaking of which, if everybody else is doing it. And here on this site, May 23rd, 1934 at 9:15 a.m., the infamous outlaws Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow met their demise at the hands of these dedicated law enforcement officials. Yeah, they would have been coming right down that road. Uh-oh, there's a car coming. I'm gonna get out. Should I? Should I jump out? I should. That's coming the opposite way though, so they're good people. Bad people come from that way. Am I making too much fun or too much light of this situation? They were bad people. They did bad things. So, I'm sorry that it had to come to this for them here. But, you do those sorts of things, that's what's gonna happen. How nice is that? So as I was showing you, people put their YouTube channel here. and put graffiti on it. And it's cleaned up every now and again, so not everything will last. But why not? This is where all those crowds of people gathered afterwards. That was not a secure crime scene, to say the least. No pathway going into the woods there. Shall we go into the woods at night alone? Yes. Yes, we should. What's the worst that can happen? Said everyone in every horror movie ever. Actually, they always say, well, nothing happened. What's that? It's a plastic bag. Definitely creepy and eerie being out here a little bit, especially at dusk. So yeah, it's about 7 miles outside of town, and it's a lonely little road. The road splits, and you got to kind of find it, and you think you're not going to find it, but you do. And yeah, this is where Bonnie, Clyde, and Mary met their demise. No, Peter, Paul, and Mary. That's different, completely different subject matter. Right down that road, right there. All right, hope you enjoyed this video about Bonnie and Clyde, two of America's most notorious outlaws, who people really, really, really love. But they were bad people, very bad. Peace out. Bad people. Bad things happen to bad people. Be good to yourself. I love you. Bye. And to others, most importantly. Fuck, sometimes I just talk, I don't know what I'm